You got the power. Stand up and shout. Yes, sir. You got wings of steel, and it never really move you. You only seem to crawl. You've been nailed to the wheel, but it never really turned. You know you got to wide up. You want desire, so let it out. You got the power. Stand up and shout. Shout out.
Well, all right, guys, how are you all doing tonight? It is January 23rd, 2022, and this is, of course, Luke back here with yet another album review. Hope you're all doing well tonight. And tonight now we're going to be reviewing and going back to the roots of fucking metal in general, basically, with the absolute classic of Holy Grail, Dio, Holy Diver, released in May 23rd, 1983 on Mercury Records. Now, the lineup of this album consists of Ronnie James Dio, rest in peace, on vocals, keyboards, and songwriting, Vinny Appice on drums, Jimmy Bain on bass and keyboards, and Vivien Campbell on guitars. Now, let's get into a bit of biography and history of Dio right fucking now. You should already know, this should be no new information to any of you, but just in case you're somehow new to metal, here you fucking go. Dio is some American heavy metal, formed in 1982 and led by vocalist Ronnie James Dio. Now, Dio left Black Sabbath with some intentions to form a new band with fellow former Black Sabbath member Vinny Appice, which was Black Sabbath's drummer at the time. And the band the name Dio was chosen because it made sense from a more commercial standpoint, as the name was already well known at that time. The band released 10 studio albums and had, of course, numerous lineup changes over the years, with Dio himself being the only consistent member. Guitarists, they changed a lot, and all the changes really included Vivien Campbell, Craig Goldie, Doug Aldrich, Warren DeMartini, Tracy G, Jake E, Lee, and Rowan Robertson. And sadly, the band dissolved in 2010 when Ronnie James Dio died of stomach cancer at the age of 67. However, Dio sold more than 20 million albums worldwide. Now, without further ado, let's get into this review, shall we? So, Dio's highly volatile early career finally found some stability when the critically acclaimed singer with the skilled, thematic vocals formed his solo band and released the absolutely iconic album of Holy Diver. Now, this record, in my opinion, has everything that heavy metal stood for in the 80s and is rightfully considered an absolute classic. Dio then moved away from his early progressive rock soundscapes and doom metal stylistics to release an album focusing on consistent, fast, and short anthems and slightly more elaborate mid-paced atmospheric tracks. The first category is best represented by the absolute vivid openers of Stand Up and Shout that makes you want to do exactly what the fucking track is called. And the second type is exemplified by the title track of the album, Holy Diver, with its atmospheric introduction leading into an absolutely memorable anthem that every metalhead should know. If you don't know this song, you're a poser. And you probably should get the fuck off this channel. That's all I got to say to you. Now, really everything on this album is focused on Dio's expressive vocals that work very well overall, especially in the often overlooked hard-rocking song Caught in the Middle, where he finds the right balance between control and emotion. However, Dio also has the tendency, I will admit, to put too much emotion into his vocals, where he is loudly saying and yeah on multiple occasions instead of giving his excellent backing band the, chance to shine, as in the overly dramatic Straight Through the Heart. It's obvious where singers like Dio mess up a little bit. But to be honest, with this and yeah, I just want to point out it's quite obvious where James Hetfield got his inspiration. You can tell. However, while Dio's signature sound is quite unique, it gets somewhat repetitive and tiring, is really the only downside to it. But I mean, at the end of the day, who's fucking complaining? It's Dio. Fuck it. It's like nothing's boring about this album whatsoever. Okay? The backing band shouldn't be overlooked, in my opinion. Vinny Appice's drum play is powerful and precise, as he always finds the right approach to slow songs down or speed them up with some versatile performance. And then we got guitarist Vivian Campbell comes around with incredibly catchy riffs that aren't a far call from Tony Iommi's skills, as in the excellent Holy Diver, but he also lets himself loose in some emotional yet skilled solos, as the brilliant Don't Talk to Strangers. Bass guitar is performed by Jimmy Bain and adds the typical stylistic galloping sound to the record that infuses an extra dose of energy, along with Dio himself. He is also responsible for the keyboard sounds of this release. This instrument wasn't very common for heavy metal records back then, but it's perfectly employed in small doses on this release, as one can witness the eerie opening passage of Holy Diver and the uplifting melody of Rainbow in the Dark. Keyboard sounds have really sound as perfectly integrated in heavy metal records as on this one. The sound by experienced producer George Marinio is very organic and manages to make every instrument sound present. In fact, I just want to check out the track, which is my favorite track from the album, Caught in the Middle, right here on the channel.
Ooh.
are back. If you didn't like that, then you should probably get the fuck off of this channel, like I said at the beginning of the video. Now, fillers are nowhere to be found on this record. It must be pointed out that along obvious classics like Stand Up and Shout, Holy Diver, and Rainbow in the Dark, there aren't really many forgotten pearls to be found on this release, like the emotional epic Don't Talk to Strangers. Absolutely a fucking amazing track. And, of course, the melodic yet hard-rocking Caught in the Middle. The only songs that might not be excellent, of course, like I said, are the quite short and overly expressive Gypsy that ends on a lazy fade-out just after 3 minutes, and the overperformed Straight Through the Heart. Dios' Holy Diver definitely deserves its status as a fucking heavy metal classic, and it really hasn't lost any of its charm 38 years later. This record has stood the test of time and still represents everything that traditional heavy metal stands for. Let's note that the 9 tracks sound even better live. While they can be heard on the remastered deluxe edition that includes the excellent bonus song Evil Eyes, that should have replaced Gypsy and numerous live tracks, but missed the occasion to feature an entire concert recording. Still, if you don't own this album, what the fuck are you doing? Go grab it and enjoy some solidly crafted traditional heavy metal. Easily gets out of 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, come the fuck on. It's Dio, for fuck's sakes. And with that, guys, that's going to be yet another album review here in the books here on the channel. If you enjoyed, please hit the like and subscribe and notifications on. I'd really appreciate it. Me and Zoner are going to be doing a podcast series here soon entitled Metal Hours. It'll be exclusively on Spotify. If any of you are interested in checking it out, when we get the first episode done, I'll put it down in the description and you can watch or listen if you want to. If you'd like to join Chaos's Discord server, the links are down in the description, as well as a link to me and his Instagram. My Instagram, if you want to talk to me, send me messages. Keep up to what, with what I'm doing. It's going to be down in the description, and Chaos as well. And that's going to be pretty much it, guys. Take care and have yourselves a good night.
Thank you! All right, thank you so much. It's been a long, long time. We've waited a long time to come to play for you. And here we are, and here you are. We love you. We'll give you a good show. You've already given us a good one. Thank you. We'd like to do for you another song from the album Holy Diver. This one is called Shame on the Night. This one.